The Panama Canal, what it is, first of all, if you guys don't know what it is one of the most significant engineering feats ever. I mean, it's more impressive than when they built Yankee Stadium.
That's a tall statement to say.
It's better.
I don't know if it's better than Yankee Stadium. It's up there.
It's up there.
Yeah.
It's up there in the top 5 along with Yankee Stadium, but it's basically a shortcut between the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean, which the kids had to go around before Panama, and now the kids go through it.
Yeah, it used to. I mean, it's like it adds another 400 whatever nauticals. I'm no sailor.
Yeah.
But you have to go around the Cape Horn. It's called the Horn Cape or the Cape Horn.
Yeah.
Otherwise, and so what they did is they cut just straight through Panama. That used to be Colombia.
Yeah.
And there's a nice long story. Because here's what I like to think about.
Yeah.
It started with the French.
Yes.
It started with the French, and let's be honest. Let's just talk. The French have a chip on their shoulder because they just can't do things right.
They cannot.
World War II, they built the Maginot Line, whatever, and then, you know what happened? The Germans said, okay, we're just going to walk around.
Yeah, they had all the guns facing east, and the Germans just said, well, we'll just go west.
Yeah, we'll just go west. We're just going to walk around.
Yeah.
That didn't work. So then this French guy who built the Suez Canal, was it Suez, whatever, in Egypt, he goes, let me give it a go. He goes in, 400,000 people lose their lives. They die of malaria. They die, and they had a stupid plan. Their plan to build the canal was they were going to dig under the water and dig out the land under the water and make it a bigger canal so ships could fit through it. And it just didn't work, and they gave up, and they lost tons of money. And then the boys came in, and we built it right, just like we did in World War II, where you guys were about to lose all of Europe, and the boys had to bail you out, because that's what we do.
That's what we do. And unfortunately, here's the
thing, China, your time is up.
Your time is up. And here's the thing, too. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. My grandfather said that he was alive when they were building. It's called the Major Deegan Expressway.
Did he say that when he was closing the oven?
Yes, he did.
Because your grandfather, was he here?
Was he what?
Was he in America? Or
he was America. He's actually Italian. I think he says he fought in the war, and I'm not sure if he fought with Italy or the U.S. But
your Italian grandfather.
My Italian grandfather, who's a grandfather through marriage. But anyway, he told me, he said, and this is just the way the cookie crumbles, he said when he was alive, when he was a kid, they started building what's called the Major Deegan Expressway to connect Manhattan and the Bronx, and he said they called it the Dominican Canal. And it's just what it is. And he said him and his boys would call it the Dominican Canal. Yeah.
It is kind of the Dominican
Canal. And he would just, when I was a kid, he would just say, we're driving over the Dominican Canal. And I would just say, what do you mean? And then he said, they have the Panama Canal. This is the Dominican Canal.
That's where the Dominicans are.
And it's just a 10, no?
Yeah, it is very much a big 10, yeah.
The French, of course, it collapsed, like you said, 1889, 20,000 workers lost their lives. I mean, because sometimes you can't make a canal with a few spilled croissants.
I mean, the French are so bad at war that more Frenchmen died building the Panama Canal than fought and died in World War II.
That's what it is.
Yeah, they offered their lives for water more than they did for the defense of their own country.
I mean, the kids just want to have fun. The kids just want to have fun, and they want to do Jerry Seinfeld's material, and that's what it is.
That's just what they want to do.
Yeah.
That's what they want to do. They want to eat baguettes. They want to have dirty mirrors. Because how come every time I go into a French restaurant and the mirrors are dirty? Why are the mirrors dirty? Does anyone clean the mirrors? That's how I know I'm in a French restaurant. I look and I go, oh, that's a dirty mirror. Yeah. They must serve escargot.
Because I went into a French restaurant last week. You know what it was called? Pré de Manger.
Yeah.
And I got myself a sub to go.
Yeah, the French like to put their sandwiches on the shelf and keep them ready-made.
What it is. Now, here's what happens. As Yanni was saying, the U.S. took over this project in 1904, okay? And then they had this newly independent Republic of Panama. This shit was, because it just separated from Colombia.
Yeah, but let's talk about what happened.
Tell me.
Okay, because this is your boy, Teddy Roosevelt.
By the way, I love Colombians.
Yeah, you love Colombians. You also love Teddy Roosevelt.
I love Teddy Roosevelt because he gave us Puerto Rico. Without Teddy Roosevelt, we would have no Puerto Rico. We got Puerto Rico after our win in the Spanish-American War.
And he also gave us the Panama Canal. So what happened is Teddy Roosevelt goes, listen, we'll take this over. And we had a better idea. So they were going to cut under the water to make the canal deeper for ships, and that didn't work. They were dealing with mudslides, the weather, malaria. They were getting eaten by snakes.
Right.
It was horrible. And then the Americans came in under Teddy Roosevelt, and Teddy Roosevelt said, what we're going to do is we have a plan where we're going to actually raise the water.
Yeah.
So the water comes up. It goes, the ship comes through the Panama Canal section by section, and it waits, and then they flood it from the lake, and the water comes up and rises the ship up.
Yep.
And then it rises the ship up, and it goes slowly through. And so Teddy Roosevelt got in there, and Panama used to be Colombia.
It used to be part of Colombia.
So first thing Teddy Roosevelt did is he went in there and he said, Colombia, here's a treaty for you. we're going to come in, we're going to build it, we're going to pay for it, let us do it. And Colombia said, no, we don't need it. We deal cocaine and we're fine with just our cocaine.
Yeah.
We give you guys cocaine. And he said, no. So then America convinced the Colombians that were living where the Panama Canal, the province of Colombia at the time, they said, hey, why don't you guys just become an independent country so we can negotiate with you? And they had a revolution. We supported them. So we just made Panama.
We just made Panama, and we make war. That's what we do. We just made the war because we were like, and we caused the unrest because it's just beneficial for the United States just to have a little unrest.
Yeah, we just needed a country to negotiate with, and so we created a country to negotiate. We needed someone to say yes.
I mean,
so we just created a person to say yes.
I mean, cuz look at this. I mean, look at how great the United States is. We just took a whole country and made it into a fucking bathtub. We said the ship's rising like my kids' rubber duckies, and it's getting across, and it's S-L-O-K-S.
Yeah, it's one of the most ingenious.
It really is. It's like Elon Musk level ingenious.
Yeah, and you farted.
It's what it is.
You farted when you said it.
Cuz it's what it is. I'm trying to blow this sty out.
So yeah, it's unbelievable. And so then Panama obviously said, yes, we'll let you build it. And so then we went down there and we built it. It took 10 years from 1904 to it opened in 1914.
Right.
And America had control.
Control, and it was the leadership of engineers John Frank Stevens and George Washington Goethals. I mean, cuz if your name's George Washington Goethals, you're named after every bridge in New York City.
You are. That's all the
Goethals
bridges.
George Washington Bridge.
You were named after bridges.
Yeah. It's what it is, cuz,
Yeah.
and make absolutely no
At the
mistake.
Dominican Canal.
And I'm sure these engineers, John Frank Stevens and George Washington Goethals, were nice to the local Panamanian community. It seems like they have names that they were probably very nice to those people.